Hello, everybody. How you doing here? Trying to hit refresh so I can bring up my chats. It's not up yet. Welcome to Brews and Blades. Here we go. This is, nope, that's the wrong one. I'm all sorts of messed up. There we are. Yes, welcome to Brews and Blades. Already got a few on here. We're just be talking about a kind of a Blade Show recap thing. I got a little giveaway of some Blade Show swag. I did the swaggening. That guy who won, he doesn't want his name said, already has his stuff on the way. But I still have a lot more left over. So I thought, we'll do a little giveaway, a little Blade Show related giveaway. A bunch of stuff that I picked up there. Yeah, I just have an assortment of stuff that I got from Blade Show. One of them, not mine. This is a loaner, but it's going to be passed around. But yeah, I got some other stuff, just some other stuff laying out here that's like recent stuff that I got under review, and a couple more things I got from Blade Show that don't quite fit on the screen here. So we're going old school with a beer tonight. We are doing. I honestly forgot to go to the beer store today to get anything else cool, and we were out of all the other stuff. So this is something. I'm Irish, so there's always Guinness in the fridge. So we're doing some Guinness. Hello, veteran. Hello, Keith, Tom, Craig, Jason. All you 2060 on here now already. Cool. I've never used this bottle opener before, so we're gonna learn. This is the one that was in my EDC update thing last night. This is the one from was it Keysmart? So I'm trying to figure out how to operate this thing. There we go. Now I got it. It almost outsmarted me. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Get my beer back in my koozie here. Oh, Guinness might be kind of heavy beer for me tonight. I just got it's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day, by the way. It's Father's Day, so I was allowed to get whatever I wanted for dinner, and I got Chinese food because my wife and my daughter are vegetarians, and they don't always want Chinese food because they don't like a lot of stuff from there. So I just get that's why I said I want Chinese food, and you guys can't complain. And so I've eaten my body weight in Chinese food. Guinness always tastes good, no matter what. And like a proper Irishman, I took it out of the fridge an hour ago, so it's the proper temperature. I don't like Guinness super cold. I don't like it warm, but I don't like it super cold. It's sinus surgery. That's pretty serious. I did actually make notes for this one. I'm going to wait a few more minutes till we'll ramble about nothingness for a minute, but I did make some notes about Blade Show. Yeah, I didn't do a lot of booth videos. Sorry about that. I'm not, I just, there was no way. I didn't know anybody. I was trying to meet everybody. Got caught up in conversations with not only industry people and other YouTubers, but also some of you guys. That was awesome. A lot of you guys actually came up and said hello. It was cool. I signed an autograph in a Hardee's. I didn't ask the guy's name, but that was weird. That's probably the first and last time in my life I'll ever do that. So that was cool. But yeah, no booth videos. I just kind of walked around, met some people. You guys seem to like those videos I did at night in the hotel, talking about what I got and what I saw. And I made a lot of notes. We'll talk about that as we go on here. But was it in the bathroom of the Hardee's? No, I was in line and a guy was wearing a Blade HQ shirt. And I said, "Hey, you going to the show?" He said, "Yeah." And then he turned around and they did a double take and said, "Wait a minute, I recognize that voice. Are you Slicey Dicey?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Can you sign my shirt?" And I said, "Sure." So I signed a guy's shirt. So that was cool. I signed quite a few things there. Some guy, just one of you guys, I don't know. I hope he's on here because it was kind of odd. He bought a knife at Spyderco. I was standing in line at Spyderco to buy this, to buy the Native Chief, and it was kind of cool because I was talking to Sal Glesser, and then he turned around and said, "Oh, hey, can you sign my knife box?" So I signed his Spyderco knife box, and he just said thanks and walked away. Like I was totally going to talk to the guy, but he just walked away. It's kind of weird. Um, uh, yeah, good luck with the sinus surgery. So, yeah, you've made it when you're signing autographs at Hardee's. I sign autographs for bike stuff. I almost never do for comedy. I think maybe twice, and it was like a VFW gig where they just didn't know that I was a nobody. But yeah, it was cool. Got my picture taken a whole lot. What's the knife in the middle? This is an HEA Designs Flame. It's a new integral design they just came up with. This is a loaner. I'm taking this and then I'm sending it on to some other YouTubers. I was the guy who was responsible for taking it home because I was the only idiot that drove there. So Yeah, I took a lot of people's knives home and then shipped them out when I got back. The people who didn't want to put them in their check bags, which I do not blame them for that. Where's the Mordax? The Mordax is in my bag behind me. I have a prototype, and actually I'm swapping it out for a production one. Once all you guys who pre-ordered get yours, I'm going to get my pick of the ones that are left, and I can swap my prototype for a production one. I normally wouldn't do that. I normally think it was cool to have the prototype, but they have made enough changes from prototype to production that I think that would be a valid thing to do. How was that drive? Long, but easy. I rented a Lincoln MKT. That's not what I wanted to rent, but that's what they gave me, and they upgraded me. I'm Avis preferred and all that stuff, and kind of drove itself. It's pretty neat. Radar guided cruise control and lane assist and all that, and I just kind of had to pay attention. Other than that, pretty much kept going. We'll talk more about the knives. Hey, let's go through that. Why don't we do that before I talk more about Blade Show? So this is part of the haul from Blade Show. There's a couple more. But I think these are the ones you guys are most interested in, right? Let me look and see. Now there's one more you guys probably want to see. We'll just go through the Blade Show haul that's still here. I did buy two just for myself, and I already sold them, so I'm not going to put those on here. But I did buy two that were just for me, and then got home and reevaluated finances and had got an estimate on getting my car fixed and decided I need to let a couple go. But here are the coolest ones. The other two stuff that's been in production for a while, so it's not really exciting. Anyway, Spider Covenated Chief. I already did a review on this. Awesome, awesome knife. This is one that's definitely going to stick around for a long time. I really like it. Go back and watch that review. Really cool. A knife that you guys all made me buy that I'm glad you did. This is one I will definitely have for a very long time as well. This is the Chavez Ultramar 229. Don't bother looking for it for sale on the internet. They're not out yet. He sold, I don't know, like 100 of them or something like that at Blade Show. And then they'll be in dealers shortly. This is the drop point version. Already did a video on that. As I said, this is the HEA Designs Flame. Very swoopy, very cool design from them. Integral handle. Really nice knife. It is not as crazy looking in person as it is in video or pictures and stuff. It's really not that crazy, but a pretty cool knife. I can't remember what they cost. I haven't gotten that far to look that up yet. Haven't even started doing a video on this yet. My TRM Atom, which counts as a Blade Show score, but I knew I was picking it up there before I left. But oh, I love this thing. It's so good. We'll talk more about that later on because this knife is so good. It's put me in a bit of a conundrum. And then this is the Tuya Knives Kingsman. Really, really like this. M390 titanium. Really nice carbon. Have not done a video on this yet, but action on it is just amazing. I love the look of it. It's a great freaking knife. And to you guys, they're really nice people. Dave and his wife Rebecca, run the place, and you can't get nicer. They're Chinese made, but you deal with two very nice Americans, and they have an easier URL now. TuyaKnifeUS.com. Much easier than their old crazy URL was. The only other Blade shows, well, I guess there's three. ProTech loaned me this SBR. Wow, this is a good knife. Wow, it's good. I'm so upset that the state of New York, I can't carry this outside of my house. But you guys been bugging me about automatic reviews. I have owned several in the past. I'm not a complete automatic idiot, but I figured, you know what? Hey, if I'm going to start reviewing automatics, might as well start out with a ProTech. I waited till the end of the show, walked up, had a very nice conversation with the owner. He knew who I was. It was great. Very nice dude. Couldn't ask for a nicer guy. I said, hey, do you have anything you want to loan me? And he goes, well, what do you want? And I said, what do you want? What do you want to promote? Yeah, you're loaning me a knife. Tell me what you want. And he said, well, the SBR is our newest, and they just released them in more colors. Initially, the SBR was only in the stonewash and black. Now they have a textured handle, and then they have more colors as well. So, yeah, this is not the textured handle. I like this one better. But this is, the acid wash and the OD green. So you'll be seeing these pop up shortly in more places with more colors in the SBR. And they're not horribly expensive. I think they're right around $200. They're great. Is the Mordax going back on drop? It will be eventually, yeah. It will be very soon, actually, because they said once they send out, they always do that. Once they send out the pre-orders, they always post a few up. Finally got my hands on the Best Tech malware. Uh, I was a bad friend and never got around to reviewing one, and I mentioned that to Zelric, and who you guys don't know, Zelric42, the YouTube channel, really helped me get started. Really nice guy. He's one half of Todd Knife and Tool, who was one half of this collaboration with Best Tech. And I mentioned I hadn't gotten one, and I was a bad friend, and I hadn't yet. And he just walked up and threw this in my backpack one day. This is his personal knife, so very, very thankful to get my hands on one of those finally. I do like it a whole lot too. It is actually pretty nice. And then lastly, this is one of two I got from these guys, these little grunts from ABKT. One, the guy who won the Swagging already has gotten one, or is on his way to him anyway. And then I got another one. So this is part of my 2,500 sub giveaway on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, by the way, Slicey Dicey 75 at Gmail, I always want to say at Gmail. Slicey Dicey 75 on Instagram. Check me out. I'm doing a 2,500 sub giveaway. I have this grunt and from ABKT and a hat from ABKT and one of my stickers. So this is a really cool little knife. I can't remember what the steel is. Can I turn it into a song? Oh, can you turn on a song? I thought you were making a joke about the. No, I can't because I'll get copyright stuff. But yeah, this. But yeah, these were the biggies. Unfortunately, not all mine, but 4 of them are, and I do very much like these 4 very, very much. So. Hello, everybody. So now we've talked about some of the knives I got. I just want to say my kind of summary of Blade Show. I'm going to keep watching your comments here and answer as I go. But I just want, first of all, when I first got there, I didn't stay in the hotel right connected to the facility. I stayed at one like 7-8 minutes away, but it was on the list of suggested hotels. And immediately in the hotel checking in, somebody recognized me, and then I had the Hardee's incident, and then I took a nap, went in, hung out in the pit, ran into Birdshot 4, which is Birdshot 4, by the way. It's not Birdshot IV, but they don't care if you call it IV, but it's meant to be Birdshot 4. And Jimmy Slash and Jimmy Slash's wife, the 4 of us went out, had dinner. It was great. 5 of us, I guess, went out, had dinner. It was a good time. And then I came back in, ran into Eugene Kwan and Dr. Frunke and Kevin Cleary, JT's Knife Life, Levon from Knife Nuts podcast. I met Zelric finally in person at Stas 23. All those guys, we hung out all weekend, had such a good time. Had a really, really great time. Really, really enjoyed that. Just getting to know everybody. A lot of good laughs to be had. Dr. Frunke embarrassing all of us when we pulled out what we thought were cool knives, and he pulls out infinitely cooler knives. It was a lot of fun. It was great. And then the next day, early in the morning, met Nick Shabazz in person. We were hanging out quite a bit. So I know a lot of you guys say, "Oh, I wish I could have met Nick Shabazz." If you met me, there's a 20% chance you did, but just didn't know it. But really great guy. We got along. He really helped me out. Help me get in the show early. My badge got screwed up. I think I talked about it in the last live show. My badge got screwed up. He had 2, gave me his. So I kept wondering the whole first day, why does everybody keep asking me about San Diego? Like, why do people ask me questions about California? Because it had his city on it. So it had my name on it, but it had his city. They didn't change it. Like, why do people ask me about California? And I couldn't figure it out. And then I got back to the hotel and took my backpack off. I had my badge attached to my backpack, and I saw San Diego, California. I was like, oh, that's why. Idiot. Oh yeah, Daily Carry Solutions. Yeah, one of your friends came up. I felt really very bad. Somebody wanted to shoot a video, and I said no because I knew Nick was standing next to me, and I knew he wouldn't want to, and I felt bad. But yeah, he wore the Batman mask just for the meet and greet for Blade Show. He didn't walk around the whole weekend like that. When's the Adam giveaway? The 5th of never. The 5th of never. Let me scroll back here. There was a couple questions I did want to answer, so hold on a minute. What's the knife with the big cutout in the blade? This is HEA Designs Flame. Is there a release date or price on the 229? Price I can answer you because I'm 90% sure they'll be the same when the releases they were at Blade Show. It was $375 for this hand rub. or $350 for the satin, which the satin is pretty cool. If you watch Kevin Cleary just put a video up, he's got the satin version, this exact same one, but in satin, and it actually looks just as good. It's just different. The satin has like multi-directional grind, lines that are very prominent, and it looks just as cool, just different. It's just your personal choice. I liked the hand rub a bit better, and it's in neither this drop point or a Tanto. I'm not sure when it's going to be out, but I know it's imminently, is what I was told. Yeah, the malware does look pretty sick. There was another one I wanted to answer. Oh, I think I did. Oh, price on the Tuya. It's a TUYA, by the way. So it's a 258. So, and you can get it in again, a satin or a hand rub. And again, I got the hand rub. Apparently, I was really into hand rubs this weekend. And insert jokes as you will. You got the Atom with the green mic, hard to handle. It might be my new favorite knife. It might be my new favorite knife too. It's so good. It's so good. Other people I met that are not YouTubers, I did meet within the first night. I arranged to meet up with the guys from USA Made Blade. They're a very good supporter of this channel, so I wanted to meet up with Woody. It was funny. We were texting each other, and I was outside, and he was outside, and he said, "Stick up your left hand," and I went over and hung out with him. And then I just walked up to Woody and said hello, and of course, standing next to me goes, "Oh, hi, this is Rick Hinderer." So I love Hinderer knives, and one of the first, second manufacturer I met was Rick Hinderer. And it was cool. The first manufacturer I met was the first guy. When I first got there, I got there way too early to hang out in the pit. No one was there. And I was sitting next to Mike from Gavco Knives, Michael from Gavco Knives, and we just hung out. Michael Gavek, I think is how you say it. And we just were he was great. We had a lot of fun. And then I'm just hanging out with Rick Hinderer, who's a great guy. Very small man. I was shocked by that. I already said about Woody from USA Blades. He was great to hang out with. Elijah Isham the first night too. I hung with Elijah a couple times in the pit. Elijah's just exactly what you expect him to be. It was great. Andrew Demko, Leong Ma. We had who else? I have a list here. I want to make sure I don't forget. Oh, the Glessers, both Eric and they were all great. Both Eric and Sale. Ferrum Forge brothers, I spent a whole lot of time with. I just get along with those guys really, really well. They're just a blast. I hung out with those guys a lot, and a lot of joking was to be had. If you look at my if you look at my Instagram feed, there's some silly pictures with me and the Ferrum Forge guys. Yes, I did hang out with Vox a little bit. I talked to him at his booth. I didn't really hang out with him, but nice guy. Dave, as I said, from Tuya Knives. I'm forgetting so many. It was cool just to meet everybody. There were a lot of booths I didn't get to that I wanted to. Like I said, this is my first one. And I just didn't, the guys from Hogue Knives, hung out with them a little bit. It was just, it's just but there were so many booths I just wanted to get to, and you just get swamped and you just can't make it there. It's just, I got done and thought I hit everywhere, and then I hadn't. So, yeah. And I will admit that on Saturday, I just had to get out of there. The show ended at 6. At 4, I was just kind of overwhelmed, and it's not anybody's fault. I just had so many people coming up and saying hi. I kind of got stuck in one spot, and I had a bunch of people coming up saying hello, and I just kind of had to eject. And then I came back later and met everybody up in the pit. But that happens sometimes to me. So I get in crowds sometimes. I just got to run away. And my wife wasn't there to extract me, so I didn't have my sidekick. So I just had to be like, I'm leaving to go I got hungry. I snapped at somebody, and I felt bad, and I just left. So I missed 2 hours there, I guess. But other than that, yeah, I just couldn't get to every booth I wanted to get to. It was crazy towns. Absolutely crazy towns. Hey, Blue Collar, how's it going, man? Grimsmo, I did not talk to them. They were very, very busy, but I did swing by and pick up some of them. All of those are very nice. The action on those Grimsmos is everything everyone says it would be. Yeah, Chris and Elliot are great. Had a really good time with them. I talked to them both individually because they were splitting time between all the booths of all the companies they make stuff for. They were mostly at the Drop booth, but and by the way, thank you to Mike at Drop, because I have this stupid new Apple Watch that I'm not used to, and I did not bring the charger cord for it, and they let me charge my watch in their booth, so that was nice. Um, Charging your watch. What is happening to us in 2019? Everyone's right. We're all becoming soft idiots. Oh yeah, Greg Medford. I did meet him a lot. Yeah, I forgot. I had a nice talk with Greg Medford. Great dude. He did not have the knife that he assured me that he had plenty of. I got there and he goes, "Oh no, I only had two and I sold them." So I was a bit annoyed about that, but whatever, it happens. I didn't specifically request one to be held or anything. I just said, "Hey, you're gonna have a lot of these because I want one. I want a Slim Mini very badly. I'm gonna get it through somewhere else. I'll probably have it in a week or so." Uh, I would have just preferred to buy it from him. But yeah, he was nice. Got on. He actually grabbed a customer because they were out of Slim Middies, and I wanted to handle one. And he actually chased a customer down and grabbed him and got this that he knew had bought one and got this guy to hand me a Slim Midi so I could play with it, which was very cool of him. Very nice guy. Len Thompson, I did not get to talk to, unfortunately. I wish I would have. I saw him running by a couple times, but every time I went to I saw him going in the bathroom once. I didn't think I should probably bother him. And then I saw him walking around the halls a couple times when he was talking to other people. And then every time I went by the booth, he wasn't there. So, yeah, happy Father's Day, everybody. Again, a couple more people saying that. What else? The only things I really regret from it are one of the knives I bought, because if I hadn't have bought it, I'd have bought another one. It's fine. They had a show special. I already sold it. I made a couple bucks on it. It's fine. But I would have bought, this will kind of dovetail into knives that I handle there that I really liked. A Freeman. I never handled a Freeman before. They're really, really cool. They're on USAMadeBlade.com and a few other places, but I just know that's the main place that I've seen them for sale. They're pretty awesome. Kind of this, they have some kind of milling in the blade and stuff, but they're button lock and oh, they're so cool. It's just so, they're so smooth and so nice. I would have bought one of those if I hadn't have bought the one that I bought and immediately sold. And other knives I was impressed by, of course, the ones that I bought, but also I did get to handle the Sage 5 Lightweight from Spyderco. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, I used this Filipino footwork to get away from me. Oh, that's funny. I was trying to think of the same joke, but I couldn't think of the Filipino footwork. That's very good. I don't have pictures of it here, but the Hogue Deca, that is going to be an amazing knife. They had some prototypes there. They sold 10 of these special edition prototypes. I could have bought one and I didn't. I probably should have. I didn't really like. They had a special edition copper infused G10, which is really cool, but the way I just didn't like the pattern they put on it. I'll wait for the production one, but yeah, it's gonna be a G10 handle M39. It's gonna be it's awesome. Able lock, can't say access lock, able lock. Really cool little knife. Very excited about that one. Of course, all the stuff I have here. Drop had a new Terzula that's coming that is really cool. It's kind of a Persian-y, which I'm not really into Persians, but that one was pretty neat. The Liang Ma KUF, I really, really like that. I'm almost certainly buying one of those. There's a lot of new Kaisers coming that they're doing. A lot of their S35 VN knives aren't just going to be all titanium anymore. They're doing a lot of carbon fiber ones. So I think that's going to be really cool. They didn't have prices on any of them yet or anything, but so like the mini sheepdog, a lot of the stuff you see in that titanium S35 VN, you're going to be getting titanium and carbon fiber. I mean, sorry, not titanium, S35 VN and carbon fiber. That's going to be with the beg lighter, a whole bunch of them. They're doing almost everything in this really nice carbon fiber scale also. So very excited to see those. Definitely I'll be picking up a few of those. CRKT actually was of the American manufacturers. They're the ones I was the most impressed with this year, which sounds silly to say, but Benchmade was literally telling people, we have nothing to show you. I heard them say it, and so did Eugene Quana. I heard them say, we have nothing new. Here's what we have for sale. Couldn't believe that you would just say that, because they had a couple that have come out in the last couple months. I would think the new person, you're a salesy person, you would say, hey, this is new, even though it came out a month ago. I don't know. It was really weird. Spyderco, pretty much the only like new thing that isn't out yet that they showed was the Sage 5 Lightweight. So they didn't really have anything else new that wasn't already for sale. Like, this is new, but I was able to buy it right there. Some people still had them on pre-order, so I still got it earlier than other people, but still, it had already been released. No, not the same Kaiser rep. He is now the Artisan Cutlery rep. Don't know what happened there, but yeah. Oh, and Artisan had some cool stuff, by the way, too. They had some cool stuff coming out. But CRKT had a folding version of the Clever Girl. It's actually really nice. I really do like it. I wasn't sure what the steel was going to be on it yet. We'll find out. And then they have a new titanium M390 version of the home front that's actually being made in Italy by Lion Steel, and I think that's actually be really, really nice. It's going to be really, really nice. So you're saying that Adam will push the Ska out of your collection. I'm not a crazy person. I just said I really, really like it, and maybe currently it's my favorite knife I own. But that changes minute by minute. But yeah, you said soft M390. There's a bet on that, so I'm gonna make one mark that somebody has said that once. Okay. We Knife Eterna. I don't remember which one that one was. Yeah, we had some cool stuff. I like that. The one with the quasi integral bolt together from the top thing. That was pretty neat. Some of the new Civivi prototypes look pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited to see those. Mostly because you guys clicked the hell out of those Civivi reviews. So we're not bidding on this. We're not bidding on the Ska. We never are. 50 on this. I don't know what that is. Yeah, we got carbon fiber Ska on the way. It's great. Yeah, mine's in a bag in the back here. I was going to intentionally try not to bring it out tonight. Whose new model? Which one is that you got coming? Yeah, Civivi was sold up by time. I didn't know it was happening, and I guess they sold a Damascus version of the McKenna. I totally would have bought one of those. I had no idea. Oh, the Duras. Yeah, I'm gonna get one of those when they come back in stock places. I was laughing with another YouTuber who gets mad at me because I always get the Civivis first because White Mountain always gets them first. And then this time he beat me because I was at Blade Show. The Damascus Backlash, I think you can just buy though, okay? I don't. Oh no, it's the other one that you can just buy. Yeah. I'd have bought the Damascus McKenna because my daughter McKenna ironically wants my McKenna knife, probably because it's named after her, and I just would have bought the Damascus and given her my other one. Just put the Ska and the Atom on the table. So, no, you're going to see them side by side in a video. I am going to do a comparison. I think they're two carbon fiber handle knives that are both very difficult to get. So I think it'll be a funny little, and they're about almost exactly the same price too. I think the Ska is like $20 more or something like that. Oh, by the way, the super chat's open. I always forget to mention that. Usually until somebody donates, and then I forget about it. But yeah, the super chat is open down below if you want to kick in a few shekels. Always appreciated. Yeah, that new giant mouse prototype is looking pretty great. I think that's going to be pretty cool too. I think you can. I think Blade HQ bought a lot of the whatever was left from the Civivis from there. Getting a SOCOM this week. That's another knife that I want. If I hadn't have bought the impulse buy one that I bought, that's another one I might have gotten. I bought an impulse buy, sold it as soon as I got home. And I wanted a SOCOM, and I didn't freaking get it. I feel so dumb. That and the Freeman. Those two knives I would have rather had than the one that I bought. And so, but I made money on it, so I can't complain too much, I guess. But yeah. I promised to watch the Ska Adam video twice. Does that earn you more? I don't know. Probably like a quarter of a penny or something. Because I'm an idiot. I always wanted a TIE Fighter, and they had them, and they had unique ones. And I bought it. I thought I was going to love it. I got it home, and I didn't love it. I don't hate it. It's cool. It's cool as shit. I'm just not ever going to carry it. So I sold it. PMP Revenge. Never seen one in person. No, I don't want a SOCOM auto. I want a SOCOM manual. If you ever held a SOCOM manual, oh my God, they are the smoothest, drop shuttiest things ever in the history of mankind. I don't think all HM designs are too weird. I like a lot of them. I love the Civivi ones. But yeah. Oh, you want to hear the Protect Fire? I handed this to my son, and I said, make sure you got a hold of it. It's a loud noise. It is very much. The Anthropos and McKenna you like, the Rescue. That's the two that I own. I have the Anthropos and the McKenna. But Elijah's just a cool dude. He came out with a ridiculous Blade Show acoustics. He must be on Instagram. He had no, he's also doing this ridiculously huge fixed blade from Wii, and it was so cool. He was just walking around with it on his hip, like all over Atlanta. It was really, really funny. Yeah, the Zeta was a good one. I liked that a lot. Yeah, I'm not tuned to the plethoros. So also some trends that I saw. I wanted to mention that. I do have notes about that. A lot of front flippers, whole lot of front flippers, especially in the custom world stuff, man. It's like everybody's making front flippers now. So if you don't like front flippers, sorry, it's gonna happen. There's a lot of them coming out. And a lot of production stuff I saw prototypes of that I can't talk about that are front flippers. There's gonna be a lot of front flippers this year. A lot of different locks. I really liked the one that Lion Steel had. I can't remember what it's called. It was like that rotated, or it was like a thumb lock, like push button lock that rotates around the pivot. They won the award for most innovative or something. You can find it easily. The name escapes me at the moment. Fox lock. It wasn't Lion Steel. Fox. Yeah, the Fox one. That was really cool. We've already had a few other ones coming out. We've already had, just right before Blade Show, the Ant Lock. There's this is the Steel Will with the Ant Lock. There's been a whole lot of cool new locks coming out this year. That seems to still be a trend. I think that's really cool. And one thing I noticed a whole lot is not as many, like a lot of new knives aren't flippers. It seems to be like people are discovering again that, thumb stud deployment is also fun. And I really like that because as a reviewer, there's so many flippers, you get flipper fatigue. I'm sure there's a couple other YouTubers on here. I'm sure you guys will agree. It just seems like every other goddamn knife you're getting into review is a flipper tab. And it's cool, it's fine, but you just get tired of it. You just want something different. So I'm excited to see, more thumb stud deployment, more button locks, more new innovative locks we haven't seen before. I really like that a lot. So yeah. Oh, what was that still? I've already reviewed it. It's not my fault you didn't watch. Colin, this is the Tasso. This is the new Ant Lock. It's kind of a thumb actuated back lock is the best way to describe it. I did a whole video on it, but yeah, it's weird. It's nice just to not have to get a review knife in and it not be a flipper. It's a really, really good thing. Yeah, it is about 6.5. The SBR is not very big. Yes, you nailed it. 6.5 inches. Look at you. Look at you looking at scales. Yeah, it's a 6.5 inch, less than 3-inch blade. It's a really, I would carry that. If they make this in a manual, I will carry the hell out of it. I really, really love this knife. Forget the fact that it's an auto. I just really, really like it. But unfortunately, it is an auto, so I can't really carry it outside of my house legally. So listen to that. Ooh, bang, bang. Yeah, I'm really gonna bother somebody. What did I potty mouth? What did I say? Did I throw out a goddamn? I'll be all right. I don't monetize these videos. I actually had a lot of kids come up and say hello with their fathers and stuff, and I always said they said, "Oh, we both watch your videos." I don't know if that's true or not, but I always said to the kids, "Oh, I'm glad you watch. Don't watch the live shows, kid," because I try not to swear, but talking for an hour at a time and me not swearing is it's difficult for me. I remember better when there's a camera in my face, but when it's my own camera. Yeah, all Pro Techs seem to have that bang. I played with a lot of them there because, I play with a lot of autos. That's another thing I wasted a lot of time on at the show. Not wasted, but, I can't get autos here. So I spent a lot of time at the Microtech booth. I spent a lot of time at Pro Tech. I spent a lot of time at, was it Guardian? Yeah, I spent a lot of time at all these automatic guys playing with automatics because I don't get to play with them. Here. So wanted to while I could. What's up with the car? Oh, I just need new brakes and I got to replace the exhaust. Not a big deal. It's just my inspection's up at the end of the month, so I got to do that by the end of the month. Nothing serious. I knew about the brakes and I suspected the exhaust because all of a sudden my car sounded really cool. So I should have known something was wrong with it. This is the Native Chief. It's the new, bigger Native. It's a very large knife. These are all 1-inch squares here. Oh, some of you guys keep asking about that. Yeah, this is the HEA Designs Flame. New integral design from them. When are we having BrianCon in Western New York? Honestly, I'm looking at like November. I know that's not always the best time to be driving in Western New York, but I am looking at doing something in November. I've got too much going on in September and October, so I can't really do it. If you remove the spring, no, it'd be fine if you remove the spring, but I don't own it, so this is just a loaner from Protec, so I'm not gonna do that to it. But I went up to Canada from New York, and they let me through the Benchmade. I think they will if you're not. Yeah, I don't know. I think you're allowed. I just don't think you can import them. I don't know what the whole law is up there. I'm confused. Am I back in Europe anytime soon? Maybe next April. It's a big if, though. I'm not really sure. I got a lot of stuff going on around that time next year, so I would love to be, but I'm not positive that I'm going to. Get Zach to MC the BrianCon. We'll see. All it will be is just everybody hanging out and swapping knife stories and stuff for a couple hours, and then I'll do stand-up for a little bit, or vice versa. How thin is the edge on that Chavez? Very. I already did the video on it. If you want to go watch the whole thing, it's I think it was like 14 or 15 thousandths behind the edge. It's ridiculously thin. I don't know why Riot doesn't do this on their own knives. I don't give jokes. That's not how stand-up works. I'm not your monkey. Best carbon fiber you saw at the show. Oh, I don't know. There were so many acres of it. I really can't remember. Biggest surprise of the show. I would have to say that there were 2 CRKTs that I liked. Wasn't expecting that. And I guess the biggest surprise is a bad one. My biggest surprise was how little new stuff there was from the American companies. Like, all that Kershaw had was OD green black blade bare knuckle and a ZT that looks terrible. And Benchmade had nothing. Everything Spyderco had they had some new stuff, but it's already out and available. I think that was the biggest surprise, was how disappointing the American companies were. It was yeah, it's my favorite thing, blue collar. I live for it. The Hinder have the new liner lock. Yeah, I actually I took one back with me, but I had to send it off. So I did a video on it. So sometime in the next week or two, I will have a video up of that new Hinder liner lock. Don't buy it. That's my summary of it. The frame lock one works fine. I don't really understand the Hinder liner lock. I don't get it. And yeah, I got to handle a lot of cool customs too. So I'm gonna have a Holt Spectre review up here, which I really want one of those now. That is now definitely my grail knife. That Holt Spectre V3 is, oh my lord, awesome. Was the Benchmade sharpener strap first shown there? I don't know. They weren't promoting it if they had it there. I walked by the booth and took a glance, and people said, I heard someone working there tell somebody we have nothing new. So I kept walking, and I never went back. I just said, okay, fine then. I'm not going to go back. Show off the 0562. I've got a lot of stuff put away right now. I'll get some stuff out here in a minute. What other stuff do I have? If you guys haven't seen the videos, I had the video of the Honey Badger D2 came out recently. You guys been watching that pretty good. So Birdshot's video had me lusting for a gent. Now you're eyeing the Rosewood version. Yeah, I really like the gent a lot also. Oh, it's right here. I was gonna say I carried it a couple days ago. I did do TV tapings the other day, so I had it out. The gent is freaking amazing. It's freaking awesome. Great way to wrap up Father's Day. Thanks, Mark. I think so. I like hanging out with you guys. I had kind of a lazy Father's Day. I woke up I felt like I fell down the stairs. I was just sore all over. I'm 40 something. It happens to me some days. Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the older G10 ones. This is like the second run in the G10. I really like the finish on the blade on this one. Yeah, it's like from the second run, but I want the rosewood handles. I Drop told me once they were thinking about selling the handles separate or selling the scale separately. They haven't yet. I really hope they do. Honey Badger versus Cutjack. Yeah, I heard you. I think you might have emailed me. Somebody else emailed me about that. The two that I have, aren't the same size. I can still, but it will be completely different. Um, really, honestly, this is sized more with a Modus. So, but we'll see. We'll see if I do that or not. Because this one now, especially in the D2, doesn't have the forward choil, just like a Modus doesn't have one. I think it's more, yeah. The gent, yeah, I saw the gent's back. A little more money now. That's fair though. It's still worth it. Still definitely worth it. Um, yeah, my problem isn't sleeping wrong. It makes me sore. It's if I sleep too long. And last night I slept for 7 hours, and that is not good for me. Normally, I set my alarm for 5.5 hours because any more than that, and I wake up and I'm really stiff. So I'll sleep for 5.5 hours, work till 1 or 2 in the afternoon, eat lunch, take an hour-long nap. Like that's kind of my daily routine because I work at home. But last night I was really tired and I slept like a log, and I woke up I slept like 7 hours and 20 minutes. Man, I couldn't freaking move. Yeah, it hurts. What's the price tag on the Chavez? At the show, this hand rubbed version was 375 and the satin was 350. I don't know what they're gonna be when they hit dealers, but I assume it's gonna be that or around that. But man, it's great. Even though the clip speaks to me at night. You don't mind me. You've listened to the power of the clip. The power of the clip compels you. It's not really Punisher though when you look at it. It's just kind of spooky old skull. Like it's not even that like intimidating of a skull. It's just kind of, yeah. What's the price tag on your 0562? I'm not selling that. I still love it. I still really love it. I did just sell a lot of stuff yesterday that you guys didn't think I would sell, but I had reasons for all of them. Like for example, I sold my Flame Anno uh my Flame Anno Wii Malice. I love it, but I talked to the Fair and Forge guys. I'm gonna get something production but custom from them. They're gonna do something a little special for me. So that's why I sold that. And like my 940-1501, I want a 943 that works just as well for size comparisons. Everything I sold had a reason for it. So Ritter Hogue versus Spyderco Shaman. I don't have a Shaman, and I don't think they really compare that much, honestly. The Shaman is a much bulkier knife than the Hogue is. That's a bit much, Jock's knife. We don't need that here. I'm just gonna remove that. I'm not putting you in time on anything, but that's a bit much. Even I don't get that vulgar on my own channel. You're gonna make me pay the $285 at my shop. Do they even offer a clip that you can buy as a replacement? No, they don't. It's kind of their signature thing. I do know that a guy has occasionally made them custom on Instagram, but he's not going to anymore. So I'm not even going to say his name because I don't want people to bug him. But no, it's screwed in from the back. I hope somebody else makes one. But you know what? I've gotten used to it enough that I do stand by what I said in my video was I don't mind it as much anymore, and it is just part of the knife. It is part of their whole aesthetic. I'm getting kind of used to it. I'm just gonna leave it. I think I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah, I'm not going to approve your comment, Kyle, but I agree with you. It put it up for review, and I'm not going to approve it, but I'll just say I agree with you. Oh yeah, Keith, you got my beg lighter. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I just don't carry it, so I let it go. Oh no, it's fine. It just when you say words like that, it flags it. What you said is totally fine, but yeah, the Asian companies came out in force at Blade Show. So did the custom companies. The American companies were just crickets. It really was. It was really weird. It was Yeah, the big three had nothing, and I was really disappointed by that. Really kind of surprised, honestly. But we will see. I think Spyderco, I know it's because they're trying to get used to their new way that they release things. Um, they're doing that whole quarterly thing, and it didn't hit at the right time. Um, Benchmade, I don't know what their excuse was. Kershaw and Kai, CT, that whole conglomerate. I don't know what the hell their excuse was. So, yeah. What are you sipping? Just a Guinness today. Nothing exciting. Yeah, a lot of the African custom guys had some awesome stuff. Can you get a deploy on that Chavez? Yes, you can. It's pretty good. Makes great sounds. Very snappy. Very good. Snippety snippety. Oh, the Chris Reeve 31 was cool. I did kind of like that. I had a Sabenza. I sold it. I've always been meaning to maybe get an Nkosi. I think I would get a 31 now. Because I always like the blade on the Sabenza better, but I liked everything else about the Nkosi better. It's kind of halfway between the two. Another snappy one. This is, yeah, I don't know which one of these bruisers makes the most noise. I think the 8010 still makes more noise. Yeah, I think this is more I think this is louder, but that's a more satisfying thwacky kind of noise. I brought this out specifically for that reason. That's why I had to sit on. I still love this thing. I still really like it. Is the green a button lock? It's an automatic. It's a ProTech SBR. Oh, the microlith was really cool. I did like the microlith a lot. That's going to be neat. But I was more excited just about the carbon fiber S35 VN treatment. They're going to be giving a whole lot of stuff, which I'm sure that the microlith will come out in that too. But is it me or is that 3 Rivers CF looking a bit like a Rat 2 CF? It's you. It doesn't at all. It's you or the camera. It's very satiny. It's not that shiny, and it like the Rat is, and it's some very very different shape. Just bought a Rat 2 as my first real EDC knife. What we use just as my second. I don't. It depends on your price range, man. But the Rat 2 is a great knife. It's an awesome knife. Speaking of thwackiness, they are very very thwacky for the price that they are. They make great. Every time I flip one, I don't carry a Rat very much, but I have them around for size comparisons. And every time I pull it out and I open it, it just goes bang, and it scares the hell out. Like I always forget that it's that loud. They're really cool. New York auto laws rule. No, they don't. They're terrible. I can carry this around my house, but it's legal for me to own it. I just not. I can carry it if I'm hunting or fishing, but you have to actually be hunting or fishing, which is really freaking annoying because I got a fishing license thinking that would make it okay. And then one of my cop buddies said, no. You have to actually be hunting or fishing. I was like, son of a bitch. So I have a fishing license for no reason. I don't hunt or fish, so it was kind of dumb, but I've got one now. So I guess if I ever get poor, I can go fish. Hey, Knife Crazy, how's it going, man? But Schrodinger's knife, yep. Any thoughts on the Tuya SNS? I didn't really like it very much. I think I did a video on it. I know I had it, and I either didn't like it enough that I don't remember, or I didn't like it enough that I didn't bother doing a video on it. But the SNS is really tiny. It just didn't fit my hands right. Buy a cheap rod and throw it in the car. Well, that works fine when I'm in the car, but it doesn't work okay when I'm like at a comedy club and have an automatic in my pocket. That's what a lot of guys says. Buy a cheap fishing pole and throw it in your car. I thought about getting one of those. What do they call those old things that were on like the as seen on TV? What were those little pocket fisher? Is it the pocket fisherman? What's that little thing? I can't remember. I always kind of wanted one of those as a joke anyway. So maybe I get a little pocket fisherman. Yeah, little pocket fisherman and throw it throw it in the boot of my car. That would be funny. Yeah, this is why I hate that I cleared it. That's why I hate the stupid Apple Watch. It just told me to stand up. I'm busy. I'm working. Shut up. I hate that about this freaking knife. Or knife, whatever it is, watch. It tells me to do things. Ever handle any quiet carry knives? Any thoughts? Well, funny you should ask. That's what's in my pocket right now. Is the quiet carry. I don't remember which one this is. Someone else is going to remember. It's a loaner, but I do really like it. It is very, very cool. Quiet carry. I don't know. Which one is this, guys? It's the LMAX, the small one. You guys are going to remember before I do. But it is very nice. This is a loaner. It's very nice. I am liking it. I'm probably going to have to get one. This one's LMAX. Griptilian and D2, what you think? I almost bought one. So, because I just sold my S30V one because I was like, I don't need to have a Griptilian around. I only use it for size comparisons. I like the bug out more, blah, blah. And then I saw that D2 and I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a D2 one. I don't know why. But yeah, just swap it out for your tag. Yeah, I do a lot. This is, honestly, I wear this like around the house and stuff because it is nice that I can just leave my phone in another room and walk around the house and do things. But when I'm out and about and I have my phone with me, I don't like this thing on my wrist bothering me all the time. I wear the tag or the Seiko. Any thoughts on the Wii Cernix pen? I do not know anything about that. Does your knife watch tell you to do things like eat cake or murder cats? No, it tells me boring things like get up and walk around, breathe. It tells me to do these stupid breathe things. Yeah, the tag is nice. That is one of the most thoughtful gifts I've ever gotten. I can't say it's from a viewer because he's much more than a viewer now. We're actually just really good friends, but we started out knowing each other from the channel. He was one of the first guys who really encouraged me, and he loaned me a lot of stuff, and a really cool guy. And yeah, he sent me this old tag, which is a very thoughtful, amazing gift. For once, my tiny, skinny wrists have been a benefit to me. Yeah, he was in the jewelry business. Someone traded it to him for some work he did. This is like a 90s tag professional 200 meter. And it was sized really small. You can't get these bracelet links anymore. And you can't just replace the bracelet because it's this integrated thing. It looks like a butt. But it was kind of sized so small that he couldn't really do much with it. And so he just gave it to me, which is great. I still had to take one more link out of it. Very easy to take links out of it, though. It's kind of cool. You just pop the clasp off, and then it's like Legos. You just pull them apart and pop them together. So yeah, it's very cool. I love it. It's very nice. And I've already gotten comments in videos from people saying, oh, you complain about not having enough money for knives, but you have a tag. Yeah, I didn't pay for it. And then one guy made a very good comment, said, of course, an F1 fan wears a tag. That's pretty convenient. Do not get into watches, as Nick Shabazz says. Do not get into watches. I don't have a watch collection. I have the Apple Watch. I've got a Seiko 5. I've got the tag. I've got 2 or 3 other old Seiko chronographs that belong to my dad that don't work. And I got one of those restored and gave it to my son. And then I've got like a couple of G-Shocks. That's pretty much it. Anything about knifeoutlet.com? I feel like I bought something from them before, but I can't recall. Okan, how's it going, man? Yeah, you did miss pretty much the whole damn show. I'm going to be wrapping up shortly. Sorry about that. Automatic? Yeah, my Seiko 5 is an automatic. No, the tag is not. The tag is just a quartz. Yes, my watch gives me unsolicited workout. Neutron or Atom? I'm going to kind of wrap up on that subject, honestly. I love the Neutron. I've had it since the day they came out. Always loved it. Actually traded it away and bought it back. I love it that much. But now I got the Atom, and I'm starting to struggle to find a reason to keep the Neutron. The Atom has made a lot more changes than just the blade length. It's got the nested liners. It's more comfortable in the hand. And I don't know. I've got a lot of 3-inch knives that I really like. But the only reason to keep this is for legality's sake, because I live in an area where sometimes I have to have a 3-inch knife, but it's like, uh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. It's one of them's got to go. Either this or the gent. It'll probably be the gent because I can replace that easily. And I'll probably still wind up keeping this because it's hard to replace. But it's just logically, I'm just thinking, God, why do the Atom is just so freaking good? It's unfair. Yeah, they need a Neutron 2.0. I agree completely because the Atom has just gone miles beyond it, miles beyond it. So, see you later, man. It was nice meeting you there too. Thoughts on the Wii Chimera? I never really liked it. It's just not kind of the way that we needs to make more. Or TRM needs to make more stock. They're not doing it on purpose, man. They're just working as fast as they can. It definitely assure you it is not an intentional thing. They would love to have a lot more knives than they do. They would make more money. It's just they're a small company and they're expanding as quickly as they can. And I think they have plans to do some pretty serious stuff. I think in the next year or so, it's not going to be the huge weights anymore. I don't think they're ever going to be something that you just buy immediately, like a Spyderco or something. But I think in the next year or so, they're going to be much more widely available. Yeah, I saw that the Warning Neutron. Yeah, I got to play with it, and I really want one. And they're working on a frame lock Neutron too. So I think that's probably what it would be, is the frame lock Neutron. The next Neutron will just be a frame lock. Has he already flipped the HEA one? This isn't mine. This is a loaner. Sorry. You bastard, so jealous. I'll approve that. Well, I think I'm going to be wrapping this up. Oh, flipped it open. I can do that. You can finger flick it and thumb flick and all that, but it takes some practice, and I'm not going to screw up here on camera and do it. I'll try it when I get to the review. Well, I'll try it one time. Yeah, see, I can't catch it. Everybody else at the booth could do it fine. It's just my own stupidness, but yeah. It flicks out pretty nice. And like I said before, it's not as weird looking in person as it is on camera. It's still weird looking for sure, but it's really comfortable. It's just very ergonomic. But it's a bit odd looking, but not as I said. It looks like if you want to murder a very small dragon in your backyard. If you want to defend your home from very small dragons, this is the perfect knife for that. Yeah, Zach does have a giant cookie problem. Yeah, integrals can be thunky. It's a little thunky, but it's snicky enough. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I promised my family it's Father's Day, and I keep this to dead on an hour, so I'm keeping my promise. So I hope you guys have had a good time. I will, yeah, it's a bit of an art knife. I will see you guys next week, and I will hopefully have another good topic to talk about.